If you've ever wanted to be a mermaid, or a merman for that matter, this man can make it happen. Eric Descharmes, you are the Mertailor. You are like the king of mermaid tales.
I mean, I guess you could say I started this out a long time ago. I've been doing it for about 15 years now, and I love it.
You were obsessed as a child, were you
I
not?
was extremely obsessed. I fell in love with the whole idea of making mermaid tales when I fell in love with Wiki Watchy. I saw the Mermaid show when I was 5 years old, and I just knew from that moment I was going to do something in this world.
And you got a job at Wiki Watchy as the merman.
I did. I was a performer at Wiki Watchy for a couple of years at 16, which was unheard of, swimming as the prince and designing some of their tales.
And now, look at you.
Yes,
You've turned this into a career.
I never expected it to grow this big. I only dreamt that I was going to, be this big brand when I grew up and make mermaid tales all the time, and that dream is coming true.
Eric, this is a very colorful showroom you have here, and these tails are incredible. What are they made out of?
So these tails are actually made out of platinum skin silicone. It's a silicone rubber. It comes out of actually 2 5-gallon buckets as a liquid, and then it gets into this solid rubber right here. It's skin safe and it's extremely realistic, so that way the person can look like a real mermaid when they're swimming in the water.
And if you put this on, you better know how to use it, right? Because it is kind of heavy.
Definitely. You definitely want to make sure you know what you're doing before you slip on a 60-pound mermaid tail.
Definitely. Okay, let's go see how you make these. So what happens back here?
So this is what we call Silicone World, and this is where all of our silicone tails that are custom made for our customers get made. Brent right now is actually pouring one of our fluke molds for one of our silicone tails. It's quite the process. Everything starts out as a liquid, and then eventually over time it solidifies, and then we actually construct the tail from there.
How much would something like this cost?
So this is one of our newest realistic tails. It is made out of silicone, and it weighs approximately 50 pounds. And this is our allure tail, and something like this would range around $4,000.
Okay.
But there's a lot of detail and fine detail into the actual molds and sculptures and paint work. So
it's a piece of art.
It is a piece of art, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's not just the costume that we pull out of molds. I mean, it is put together by hand, painted by hand, and every little stroke and scale was handmade.
What's going on in here?
So these are actually some of our silicone products, believe it or not, that we mold, and they actually get sewn together and then turned inside out, and then the real magic happens.
That's how it all works.
Yep. So that's what they're working on now, and then we have some of our cut swimsuits on the table as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the swimsuit business. Now you're not just in the tails anymore.
No. Well, I've always loved fashion, and I love swimwear, and I thought the best thing for me to do to get into fashion was to start a swimwear line. So now we're doing men's and women's, and before you know it, we have like over 100 items for swimwear.
Hey, if you can find a way to keep everything in place where it's supposed to be and tighten things up, then you've got yourself a perfect product.
It just takes a little while to get there. But if it was easy, everybody would do it.
You're right. I think you're there now. Do you do this for all your customers, Eric?
I don't do this for all of the customers, but it's really interesting when they come in here and they're trying on tails, trying to get them into some of these tails is quite interesting.
This is great. What a beautiful color.
Yeah, so this is our Magenta Plum Eco Tail, and it's one of our fabric tails, and it's what most of our customers purchase.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. I'll be leaving. Why do you think so many people are obsessed with mermaids?
If you think about it, I mean, we're kind of born in water in a way, right? So I think the way to look at that is we're attracted to that. We're attracted to water. So I think it's a comfort thing. I think it's a connection thing, and I think when you connect mermaids with water and that, it's just all so surreal.